Hello and welcome back to the Wrexham Way. Hope you're all doing well and looking forward to today's episode as we take on Cardiff in the Premier League and Juventus in the Champions League first knockout round. Since you guys were last here, there has been an awful lot going on because we really accelerated things in between episodes and I've played a lot of games in between episodes and for the most part it's been pretty good, but it's still very, very tight in the Premier League. So we'll get onto that in a moment. Let's try and work through some of what's happened from in between episodes. So you were last here for the Leicester, Man City and Fenerbahce games right up here. And well, these are the games we've played since. Quite a lot. But we had a very slow start to the season with plenty of episodes for the Champions League group stage. Hopefully we're going to have quite a few episodes at the end of the season with all the knockout stages, so it felt right to get through all of these games to just try and accelerate this season a little bit. So as you can see, the rest of December was absolutely superb. Wins in every single game, including a pivotal 3-0 win in the EFL Cup quarter final. January was busy though, and we did suffer some defeats. As you can see, a 1-0 loss to Arsenal in the league and a 3-1 loss to Man United in the league as well was not ideal. We also drew 1-1 to Aston Villa, which was a rather frustrating result, but every other league game was a win, as well as some big cup wins as well, eventually beating Arsenal in the EFL Cup semi-final across 2 legs after a 1-1 draw in the first leg, and beating Exeter in the FA Cup third round. That sets us up for an EFL Cup final against Crystal Palace, which we will do in tomorrow's episode. Following January, where we did make some transfers, I'll talk to you about that in a second. We've played 3 games so far in February, a 2-1 win against Everton in the Premier League, a 2-1 win against Leeds in the FA Cup fourth round, and then a 1-0 win against Tottenham in the Premier League. So overall, things looking pretty good for us. Sadly, the issue is everyone else in the Premier League around us has also been doing pretty good. Liverpool are sitting top of the pile right now on 53 points. We are in second on 52, but we've played a game extra than Liverpool and all the teams below us as well, which is a bit frustrating. So potentially Newcastle could overtake us, Arsenal could go level on points with us, Man City could be 2 points behind us, United and Chelsea dropping off a little bit, Leicester dropping off quite a bit, Crystal Palace are actually right in there with a shout of European football too. So again, it's looking like a bit of a 5-way tie still for a title this season after 25 games played. It's really tight. As for transfers, January, we didn't lose anyone major. Now, we had some huge bids coming in for Pereira. £160 million was the biggest one for him. But we had some really big bids that I got screenshots of for Panayotov and also for Frank Nice. And I think if we'd sold them all for the max bids that came in, it was looking about £400 million or so we could have made on those 3 players. They didn't want to leave the club. They never made a fuss about anything, so they're still here and they are essential to me this season. Particularly looking at goals, Pereira on 31 this season, Nice on 20 and Panayotov on 9, plus 17 assists. They really are our 3 best players, and if we want to have any chance of winning a Champions League, we need them. We did lose 2 players though. Lavia has finally left the club for £6.5 million to Zenit St. Petersburg. Now, obviously we had some big bids in summer, and he never wanted to leave the club. It was so frustrating. We had to try and sell him in January because otherwise we would have lost him on a free. So we've got some money for him, but it's a bit frustrating. We haven't got much money for him. Also, Hector Garcia leaving for £17.75 million. I think it might be rising to a bit more in the future with incentives. But he came to me and was like, I'm not very happy at the club, I'm not playing enough. And I said, well, leave then. And he was like, yes. He called my bluff, basically. So he's gone to Fortuna Dusseldorf, and we have replaced him quite nicely, actually, with a wonder kid for £22 million from Club Brugge. Stan Legrand, who's a player I've been looking at for a little while. He looks pretty decent. There's nothing hugely stand out just now, but at 19 years old, a lot of time for him to develop still. And crucially, he is better than Hector Garcia as well. As you can see here from the graphs, you can see that other than in the air, because Hector Garcia is taller and has got good heading and jumping reach, and physically, obviously slightly better, because he's a little bit older as well, but every other area, Stan is a better player, which I think bodes well for our future. So thank you, Hector Garcia, for your service. Stan, welcome to the team. Hopefully you'll be good for us. I did spend a lot of time looking for left backs and goalkeepers, but in a very similar situation to Summer, the players that are available to us right now are as good as what we've got, maybe slightly better, but for slightly better, we're paying 50, 60, 70 million. And I'm not quite prepared to do that for a player who's only slightly better than what we have. I'd rather wait and save it for someone who's an awful lot better. So, lots going on in between episodes, and we're going to kick things off today with a game against bottom of the table Cardiff. For years, they were a bit of a thorn on our side, and actually last season, they were going to challenge for the title for a little while. But this season, bottom of the table by quite some way. So of course, with all the fixtures, there are still a few issues with fitness and things like that, but we are rotating the team quite a bit today. So fingers crossed we do get a decent result with Mantle starting in goal and a backline of Valdo, Luis Felipe, Nopodom and Dest. Martinez starts just in front with Vettel Asta, Sousa and Daniel Patrick in the midfield. Randy Ramheimer is joined by Pedro Pereira up front. He will come off at some point in this game. A few other players, probably Daniel Patrick, he'll probably come off, and Martinez will probably also come off as well. Maybe Luis Felipe to try and rest them for the Juventus game. But a lot of tired players right now. It seems to be the way. So let's get this game going and let's see if we can get a win against our big rivals from South Wales. So kickoff is upon us here today, and starting things off, Cardiff looking to get on the attack, and Cody Drammer nearly gets a nice assist there, trying to put that ball into the middle. It was blocked in the end, and it is going to be a corner for Cardiff, but hopefully that's all we're going to see here in terms of, yeah, we go. Hopefully that clearance is going to be the end of the highlights, and we don't have to worry about any more Cardiff attacks. So again, we are still fighting on two fronts. We spoke about this in the last episode, fighting on the league front and fighting on the Champions League front, and I guess to an extent also cups as well. We're in the final of the EFL Cup against Palace tomorrow. Of course, we've never won the EFL Cup, if I can remember correctly. Did we win it last season? I can't remember now. I feel like we won, I don't know. The Premier League sort of just wipes over everything last season for me. I can't quite remember if we won it. I know we've definitely lost the final, and potentially it could have been last season, but I mean, I can't remember off the top of my head right now. It feels like a while ago since we played that cup final, as Asper has a shot, and it's saved quite comfortably by Cardiff's keeper. But obviously this season, I think the big challenge and the big target we have is the Champions League. Now, I don't think we're probably good enough to win the Champions League just yet. I think some of the results we had in between episodes, losses to Arsenal and Man United, last time out to Man City on an episode, I think it maybe suggests we aren't the greatest team around, and there could be some Real Madrid, PSGs, potentially some of the Milan clubs who might just be a little bit better than us as it stands right now. Yeah, we finished above Real Madrid in our Champions League group, but it doesn't mean they don't have a very good team and they can turn it on whenever they want to at a crucial moment in European football. So, I mean, later on in the season, we could have a really tricky game against them in the knockout stages. Juventus, I think we should be able to get past them. I don't quite think they are the behemoth that they have been currently in this save file, which is quite nice. So I think we should be able to get past them with relative ease. But the point I was trying to make is that we are rotating an awful lot right now to get through all of these games, and it is maybe coming to my attention that we might need to have some better backup players, hence why Hector Garcia left and Stant came into the team. That's one improvement in the back line, but we could maybe do with a couple of better backups in other positions as well. Also, I've just realised this game is going well quick. We've only got like 20 minutes left in this game. I do want to make changes. I do want to rest Pereira for this game coming up. I do want Daniel Patrick to be rested as well. I might actually bring Panayotov on though. No, he's quite tired himself, isn't he? Let's not bring Panayotov on. Let's get Daniel Patrick off for Jez Finley. And then Sal Martinez off for Daniel Tarpe. We'll do that, confirm those changes. But with 20 minutes to go, this game is going really quickly. And there's not been a whole lot of highlights or chances for us to really score, which is a bit frustrating. I think in my next break, and I can do tactical changes, I'll put us on a more attacking stance and maybe shout encourage to the team as well. Just try and G up the mentality just a little bit. See if we can get something out of this game towards the end. But we are pushing here with Pereira being brought down there. Right, it's a red card for Cardiff. We have to be going for this now. We have to be going for this. If we don't win this now, it would be rather frustrating. Right, on to attacking. I'm going to shout encourage. Maybe in the final 10 minutes or so, put a few more attacking duties on. For 18 shots we've had today, we should be doing a little better than this. And is this about to be a free kick from Vasco in the back of the net? Vasco Sousa's free kick over the bar. You hate to see it. I thought he was in prime opportunity there to put that one in the back of the net. I think we do need to just put a few more attacking duties on. Wing-backs on attack. Wing-backs on attack. A 0-0 here today is not ideal, really, is it? I think we'll also bring Sousa on as a shadow striker as well. Yeah, let's do that. Just swap that round a little bit. Let's really push at the end of this game here. On to very attacking. I'm going to shout demand more. But somehow, despite with 23 shots, we have not been able to get a win against bottom of the table Cardiff. I mean, look at all of these XGs, the match momentum, the shots, everything. It was just a boring game, and we couldn't get the result we needed. That could be crucial come the end of the season. Well, a few days off then until we travel to Turin. What I need to do is probably rest the starting 11. Not many of them will play, obviously, for the next game. And Sal Martinez and Luis Felipe both suspended. I did not realise that. That's going to be quite frustrating trying to fill those gaps a little bit, particularly away from home. So Daniel Tarpe might have to play that game, and maybe even Stan coming in for that game as well. Also, apparently a tycoon is looking to buy the club. That'd be quite nice. I mean, we've got quite a lot of money in the club right now. We are doing quite well, although we do lose money month on month. We get the big TV money bonus at the end of the season, sponsorship bonuses at the end of the season, which is quite nice. But we are losing money month on month. As I guess this season, 58 million so far. It's a lot, isn't it? Champions League prize money in the second half of the season will help stop that. But if we look at expenditure, if we look at like player wages, like last season 69 million, this season already up to 58 million pounds. It's a lot. It's 8 million pounds a month. It's a lot of money we are spending on wages every single month now. Which is why I'm always so careful with wages. You guys in the comments always tell me that I'm being like really stupid. But you know, we don't have a whole lot coming in now. TV revenue is at £10 million a month or so. That's our biggest sort of income, to be fair. Gates at 2 million. Going back to expenditure, right? 8 million there. Bonuses, 4 million. And that's obviously all in contracts as well. Loyalty bonuses at 2 million as well. So, I mean, actually, it's more like £14 million, isn't it? In contracts as opposed to 8 million. This is why I'm always so frugal with contracts, because I know it bites you in the back very quickly, and we haven't quite got the commercial income that other clubs have just yet. But we are finally here for our Champions League game, and all 5 English teams, including Wrexham and Brighton, are still in the Champions League, which is very good. Juventus could have been a more difficult draw with maybe Atletico or Inter. Could have been a lot easier with a Porto or a Lille. Juventus probably middle of the road there. I think it's still a pretty decent draw for us. What we'll do though is switch up to the first team and then have to take out Luis Felipe and Sal Martinez. So, who should we bring in? Well, did Stan come in after? Why is he not registered? He's 19 years old, isn't he? Oh. Players 20 who've been at the club for 2 years. Oh, he's not been here for 2 years. Can I register? I can't. Okay, not ideal. Well, in that case, Stan won't play today, will he? Nopadon will come on, which is fine. He's a great defender, so I'm more than happy to have him playing in the team. We'll bring Vasco Sousa onto the bench, and also Sal Martinez got to come off for Daniel Tarpe, and that means we can only have 6 subs, actually, because of unregistered players as well. So, okay, makes it a little more tricky, maybe, but I'm still pretty happy with that team. Submit it. Let's go. Let's grab a win. Okay, so kickoff is upon us here today. This is going to be an exciting one for us. Our first foray into European knockout football, of course, and our first season of European football, as that ball to Alparslan was nearly superb, but Juventus doing just about enough to keep it in possession as they try and bring it out from the back, although a mix-up at the back there, and Frank Nice wins the ball into Daniel Patrick, who is forced wide. Really, we should have done better from that situation. Oh, how have we not even got a shot away in that situation? And we've given the ball away on halfway. Ruben Neves forced backwards, though. We can force another challenge, though, surely. Surely, with a high press, we can force another challenge at the back and get a decent run, as we are so close. Juventus really playing with fire at the back. Their ball forward not very good. And now Tarpe into Rayanek Nuri, over the top to Alparslan, into Nice, into Panayotov, who's through the middle, into Pereira into Nice. Great passing, and it results in a great goal. Now, 1, why could we not do that against Cardiff last game? That's really frustrating. But 2, we're winning. You love to see it. Of course, one of the big things is that away goals are no longer a part of this, are they? I always forget that, which is a bit annoying because I do quite enjoy away goals. But let's not get too carried away. There are no such things as away goals right now. Also quite good for us is that Atletico are beating PSG. I mean, they are a very good team still, PSG. I'm not sure if I've got a screenshot of it, but the World 50 came around over New Year. And I think it was something like 8 of the top 10 played for PSG. Like, it just shows how good they are. So if they end up losing to Atletico overall, this would be amazing as Alparslan's header is cleared off the line. That could have been a route into it. Oh, that's so agonising. It never went over the line. It never looked like it was going over the line from where we were sitting. But that is agonisingly close there. You hate to see it. Okay, well, a good first half for us there. I'm pretty happy. I'm going to say it's unacceptable, though, and they all seem motivated, aside from the goal scorer, which is kind of understandable. But a corner from Alparslan, Arian B, putting this one over the bar. We're having all the chances. I don't think we've seen a Juventus shot on a highlight yet, and I've spoken too soon, haven't I? I know I shouldn't have said that, because here come Juventus right now. Hang on, they've got Rebergen playing for them. Our old mate Rebergen. Surely not, because he's a right winger and he's playing left striker, which seems a little bit bizarre. But as Juventus do come forward and they get the ball on the edge of the area, shot comes in. I mean, right at the start of this highlight, did you not hear what I said? I jinxed it, didn't I? How do I do this every single time? Okay, whilst we're here, let's have a look at the Juventus stats. It is Rebergen. Did they sign him? Quite a while ago. I didn't realise they signed him such a while ago. 18, maybe I did and I forgot about it completely. But £18 million is a steal for one of our all-time favourite players. But he's playing as the left striker, which makes sense. He's got a left foot, to be fair. Okay, well, it's okay. It's still 1-1. Away goals don't count, but we are playing away from home, so Juventus should have the advantage here today anyway. So a 1-1 I'm not too fussed about as Alparslan finds Frank Nice, and Frank Nice can put that one into the top corner. 22nd of the season for him, his second of the game here today. Puts us back in front and gives us the advantage. Okay, nice one. Pretty happy with that one. If we look down... Okay, nice. Pretty happy with that. If we can just keep in control of this game, maybe even grab a third goal, I'd be happy. But 2-1 would be a superb result for us away from home in the Champions League first knockout rounds, as we're under a bit of pressure in the midfield, but our passing is keeping possession in play for us. And now Pereira's been put through, and he puts that one just wide of the mark. This has definitely been Pereira's best season for us by a long shot. He's been absolutely superb, and I think all the question marks over him in summer about should we sell him, should we not sell him, maybe spurred him on a little bit, because he's been absolutely phenomenal for us, hasn't he? Speaking of phenomenal players, Daniel Patrick has not quite been so phenomenal this season. The player that has always done so well for it is actually on his highest average rating. It's just that I'm not seeing as many goals, and maybe that's what I'm thinking of, but actually 10 assists in the league is pretty impressive. But today, he's looking quite tired, so we'll bring Asper onto the pitch on that right-hand side. Also, Tarpe not playing brilliantly, but we can't really do much about that. We can do something about Neto, though, not playing well, so we'll bring Deston instead on the right-hand side of defence. Confirm those changes. We might make another one in a moment's time or so. This Lille Barca game, by the way, 3-3 is very entertaining. But for the most part, all these games look to be in the balance. No one with more than a 2-goal lead in any of these ties. Hopefully we hold on to our 1-goal lead, but with Juventus looking to come forward, I'd be a little bit concerned. Although the ball to Pereira is quite good. If you can just find a ball into Nice, and Nice does actually get there as more bodies arrive in the middle. Alparslan has brought down penalty. Ref? No penalty. I'm absolutely shocked by that decision. Of course, you know, they had their backs to us. We couldn't quite... If they score from this... Nico Mantle, good save. If they scored from that, I would have been fuming. And of course, the players' backs were to us. We couldn't quite see what was going on at their feet. But that looked like a penalty from where I was sat. I'll be having words with the referee after this game. In the meantime, Asper on the ball right now finds Pereira. Pereira just not quite on form today, is he? obviously had his great run of form earlier on this season and is still scoring goals frequently, but maybe just not quite as frequently as he was. But still, a 2-1 win on the road in the Champions League is absolutely fantastic. You love to see it. Very happy with that one. But again, Nice, Pereira, Panayotov, Tarpe, Jaded could do with a rest. And they might need a rest for a couple of weeks. Now, next episode, we will be back just for the Crystal Palace game in the EFL Cup. Did we win it last season? Did we double check this? No, we didn't. We lost it, didn't we? 2 seasons ago to Villa. Ooh, that was quite tough. What about the FA Cup? We won that last season. That's what I was thinking of, maybe. FA Cup. I knew we won something, and I couldn't remember if it was the FA Cup or the League Cup, but I didn't think it was the League Cup. I knew we lost the final in there somewhere, but we'll come back for that in tomorrow's episode, and then on Saturday we'll do Juventus and probably Brentford. We did Man City not long ago, to be fair, although that's a top 4 battle, isn't it? We want revenge, so maybe we do Man City and Juventus in that one. But overall today, despite the draw to Cardiff, I do think we are sitting in a pretty decent position right now in both the league and the Champions League. So thank you very much for watching today's episode. Hope you guys have enjoyed it, and of course, if you have done, make sure you drop a like on the video for me, subscribe if you're new around here, and leave a comment down below for the YouTube algorithm. Until next time, have a good one. Goodbye.